Okay, for those of you watching this late, gotta copy the link and send it. Okay, we are back and blurry as ever on this POS iPhone. Because I don't know why it doesn't know how to focus. It is just very bad. Very, very bad. Okay. Catch up on some things while people are showing up here. What's up? Good evening, guys. Good evening. Yeah, it's so my girlfriend has a husky, which I cannot recommend a husky to anyone. Sweetest dog ever, but gosh, they shed like crazy. So anyways, I just got home like 5 minutes ago and it was going crazy and needed to greet me and just jumped up. I haven't spent a lot of time with it, so it's a little out of control. And this is just, yeah, I mean, literally about 10 seconds with the husky and my whole body is covered in hair. I thought my dog shedded bad, but the Trey's nothing compared to the husky. You're nothing, huh, bud? But his hair is also shorter, so it's not as, like, a husky's like long, stringy hair. Ooh. Anyway, I've been having a rough month and a rough day. Ashley is here, and I think she knew I had maybe she thought I had a rough day, so she made me a margarita. So I'll be sipping on a margarita while we're on this live thing. But I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk about, a lot of questions to ask you guys. Yeah, I hate vacuuming too, and Ashley hates vacuuming, so we're gonna have a hard time, I think, with these shedding dogs. Because the Trey sheds a fair bit, and the husky sheds like an entire dog every day. So we'll see. Feel free to chime in with some tips, but I think I know most of them with lint rollers and the Furminator, and I don't know what else. Probably some other things I could do. How's everything? How's like volume and all good? Hopefully all good. Hopefully all good. Maybe some wind noise from this fan. I just installed a new ceiling fan. My dad helped me out a little bit, but I didn't have a down thing that was long enough, so I had to order a new down thing and just installed it yesterday. So it's on, but hopefully there's no air. Fur Wizard. I'm gonna Google that real quick. Fur Wizard. Fur Wizard. I'm not that cleaned up. Probably could go for a shave. Could go for a lint roller. But I did cut my hair. But that was like 2 weeks ago. I cut it. You probably would think I look the same if I put a hat on, same as normal. Back to normal. I don't know. Okay, Fur Wizard. Let's see. Hurricane Fur Wizard. I'll check that out later. Multicam Black Verdicts backpack today. You got it? Yeah, they didn't, you know, they send me bags, but apparently they couldn't send any of those bags. So I was gonna buy one, and then when I went to go buy one, they were sold out. So I won't even get one. I won't even get one. They said they're probably gonna do another run of them. So I'll be sure to buy one. I said it was gonna sell out, and it did. It just sold out faster than I thought it would. So things happen, but I'll get one later, I think, hopefully. Hopefully it's a cool bag. I've been asking him to do Multicam Black for like 2 years now, and they finally did. And it sold out super fast, so hopefully they realize it's a popular thing. But who knows? They're a little weird over there. They're a little weird over there. Okay, so We're about 5 minutes in. I think at 10 minutes in, just to give people a chance to join and catch up, I'm gonna start asking some questions, some topics on some upcoming videos that I'm gonna be doing. I got this like weird shadow. So I'm gonna be doing some videos, and I'm gonna be doing them all, but I'm gonna ask you guys, you can tell me some input on maybe what video I should do next. I'm leaning towards, I'll talk about it in 4 minutes. And then we'll do a giveaway, and we'll do some other stuff. Yeah, so ankle's doing okay. It's slowly healing. I'm walking a little more normally. I was walking like a literal like peg leg pirate guy for a while, but we'll see. Yeah, man, post a picture, tag me. Let me check it out. That'd be cool. What else is new with you guys? How's things? Am I gonna make OWB holsters? I don't know. Maybe. I need to do something with my holster business. It's at a point right now where it's been very stable, but it hasn't been growing and it hasn't been shrinking. It's just been stable. A lot of repeat customers, a lot of word of mouth. I've done zero marketing. I've sent 0 holsters to people. I haven't even made a holster video on my own channel. Like, I've done nothing to intentionally not increase the demand for my holsters. Haven't lowered the price. Haven't done anything. But I should, right? I should increase holster sales. I should grow my holster business. So it's been in the back of my mind to do that for literally like 2 years. But you guys know me. I got so much stuff going on that I just haven't had the time. But a long-winded answer to the question about OWB holsters is, if and when I decide to actually grow my holster business, I do plan to offer other models. Probably OWB holsters will be the last thing that I add to the lineup. Right now, for those that don't know, all I do is sell an appendix carry holster with an extra mag attached. It's a pretty common holster, but it is kind of niche. My next step will probably be to sell a holster without the mag attached that can be used for appendix, or it can be used for 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock carry. So that will probably be the next iteration of LLD holsters. And then after that one, maybe I'll do OWB holsters. So I'm not gonna do OWB holsters anytime soon though. Fixing Subies like a madman. Yeah, I need to order some brake pads and change my brakes on my Subaru actually. They're squeaking pretty bad. Gazelle Gazebo, nice. I haven't seen one of those in person. I was kind of wondering if those are any good though. What's up, First Line Gunworks? KSG, how do you like that thing? I don't have one of those. I think they're pretty cool though. The KSGs. I think they early on they kind of had some reliability issues, but I think they're pretty good now. Cool. Sorry I was a little bit late for this. I was scrambling. I got home a little later than usual on this Tuesday. I was talking to my friend Nick after working out, and we always have a lot to talk about. So I was running a little bit late. Oh man, but things are good. So life's good. Ankle's healing up. This weekend, we have, so Ashley has a dog, a husky, and I have a dog, a Treyu. He's a pit bull German Shepherd. Sweetest dog ever. But some dogs he likes, most dogs he doesn't like. So I had a trainer. I flew in a trainer from New York this weekend. He's another YouTube guy, Upstate Canine, Tom Davis. He specializes in dog aggression training. He's actually named after the character from Neverending Story. And Atreyu, the band, is named after the character from Neverending Story. So They named their band after the Neverending Story. I named my dog after the Neverending Story, but same name. Oh yeah, I got 200K subs yesterday, I think. Maybe? Yesterday or the day before? I think yesterday. What was I talking about? Our dogs. Flew in a trainer. He specializes in aggression. And I just kind of assumed my dog hated the other dog, but he said it's not the case. He doesn't hate the other dog. They're just like two different personalities, and who knows, really. There's some territorial stuff, so it's like it's Atreides home, and the new dog Yoshi's kind of coming in. Anyway, they don't get along well in the house. Like when we go on walks around the neighborhood, they're seemingly okay, but they don't get along well at the house. So that's what's been causing me drama for a bit. I'm not really doing anything for 200K. It kind of snuck up on me. I was thinking about maybe doing a big giveaway or something. I hate doing giveaways. They're just such a pain in the butt. I gotta contact them and package and ship and figure stuff out, and then everyone gets butthurt when they don't win, and I don't know. I try not to do too many giveaways, but maybe I'll like try to plan ahead and do something at 250, like $250,000 sounds like a better milestone than 200,000 maybe. But no, I have nothing planned. I am doing something for those that are local to Denver. I am gonna go, so the shop that did my wrap, Front Range Auto, they're opening a new location. It's already open already, but they're having like a grand opening party. And that's gonna be on the 17th. I think that's a Saturday. Not this weekend, but the next weekend. So the 17th Saturday, if you're in the Denver area and you wanna hang out, I'm gonna go to that. And it's not gonna be my meetup, it's not my thing, but I'm gonna be there hanging out. I'm gonna have my truck there because they wrapped it. So I was like, they wanted me to go, and I'm kind of friends with them. So anyways, I'm gonna be at an event, but it's not my event. So I'm not gonna call it a meetup or anything, but we can treat it like a meetup. So if you wanna come hang out, that's not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 17th. And I'll post about it. It's not like a secret thing. I'll post about it on Instagram, but I'm not sure. Depending on the time and depending on when they want my truck there, maybe we could get together. Maybe I could do like a Patreon thing before then, and we could like get some food or something. I'll let you guys know. Once I don't even know what time it is. I just know it's on the 17th. Pretty sure it's on the 17th. So if you're in Denver area, 17th, you want to hang out, carve out some time. I'm guessing it'll be in the evening. Again, I don't know what time. Just know it's on Saturday. And it's not going to be in the morning. So, yeah. Another long-winded answer to a simple question, am I doing anything for 200K? No, but coincidentally, there will be a thing on the 17th where I will have my truck, I'll be there, hang out, answer questions, whatever you want. Depending on the time and depending on what I got going on, I just have, like this last month has been the craziest, busiest month of my life. I had Talon Sai visited, and then Warrior Poet visited. I sprained my ankle, my dog finally got recovered. We're trying to introduce the two dogs. There's just a lot going on in my life, and summers are busy for me already. I'm trying to do house stuff, I'm trying to do trips, and this last month has just been crazy. So, sorry for making excuses, but that's what's been going on in my life as of late. It's been a very busy, hectic, kind of stressful time. But things are good. No complaints, really. Okay, so we're more than 10 minutes in. I think most people who are gonna join have joined. So let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about some upcoming videos. Get your keyboards ready or on your thing. I don't know if most of you are watching on a phone or a tablet or maybe on your TV. If you're watching on your TV, it's probably really hard to interact. But if you're on a computer, easiest if you're on a phone. Anyway, whatever, I'm rambling. So let's get into some stuff. I have 3 kind of intro videos that I really want to do. I've been wanting to do them for a while. I've been putting them off just because I've been busy, but I'm gonna do them, and they're gonna be some of the 3 next videos that I'm doing. The first one I want to do, and this is in no particular order, but it's kind of in the order that I want to do them. But maybe we can have some conversations and we can figure out if you really want a different video prioritized. But they're all coming, so it doesn't really matter the order. They're all coming within the next bit. One that I want to do is an intro to prepping. Not crazy doomsday prepping. you should know that I'm not really like a crazy doomsday prepper, but just being prepared. So being prepared is kind of the foundation of everything on my channel. People think I'm a gun channel, not really a gun channel, never really been a gun channel, always kind of been a gear channel. But I did give tips for guns because it's part of the big picture of being prepared, of being the last line of defense. So that's why I carry a gun. That's why I EDC what I EDC. That's why what's in my backpack is what's in my backpack. That's why what's in my truck is what's in my truck. That's why my house is the way my house is. That's why I buy the stuff that I buy. It's why I do the training that I do. It's why I do the thinking that I do. It's nearly every aspect of my life. Like a lot of my hobbies are geared and oriented around preparedness, being prepared, being a survivalist, but not, again, not a doomsday prepper thing. Anyway, so I want to do a video that's called, I don't know, are you prepared, or intro to preparedness, or some prepping 101, I don't know, to get some information, some basic information out that will kind of like pave a road to, and it's not like the direction of my channel, I'm not turning into a prepping channel or anything like that, but I would like to talk about some basic level prepping stuff. So some food and some water, like that kind of stuff that probably a lot of you, probably a lot of people that watch my stuff are probably already in that mindset, probably already have some preps, but not everybody. Just like what's happened to my channel, kind of, you know, doing more outdoor stuff, doing more camping stuff. People hate that. The gun people hate that. But at the same time, like for the gun people out there, I am introducing an easy way for people that might not normally be interested in guns to the idea of being prepared, the idea of self-defense, the idea. So I'm really bringing more people into the gun world. I get more questions about what's my first gun, blah, blah, and that'll lead me to this video I'm going to talk about in a second. But I'm bringing more people into the gun world than any gun channels are, probably. Like, some guy that has no interest in guns at all isn't going to be watching a Hickok 45 gun review, you know? So anyways, I have this cool opportunity that has happened through the evolution of my channel that's bringing people that maybe just like Tacomas or maybe just like camping into this whole other aspect of life or the world. And some of that is preparedness. Whew, I sure can talk too much. Anyway, the video is going to be like intro to preparedness, and it's going to be talking about the very, very, very basics, like why you might want to be prepared, natural disasters, World War III, crazy virus, normal blizzard, hurricane, power outage, grid attack. And I know a lot of people that know a lot of stuff, that are well connected. And we're borderline on the brink of nationwide collapses all the time. I know this because the people that I know, they're in 3-letter organizations. There's stuff, our life and our society and everything, and I'm not going to really talk about this in the video. This is kind of like sneak for patrons only, because this is kind of like borderline conspiracy stuff. But it's not conspiracy because the sources I have are legit. But our society, the world as we know it, the United States as we know it, is super, 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 super fragile, and has been almost taken down several times. Like this one time, we were like, they said that we were 12 minutes away from the entire West Coast being out, grid shut down and it would be weeks without power, and we were minutes away from that happening, and we stopped it. So anyways, for me, I personally know that it's like a smart thing to be prepared for anything, and I'm not going to get too crazy in that, but I will talk about, it's a good idea just to be prepared. You don't got to go crazy, just have a few weeks of stuff, a few weeks of food. It could be canned food, it could be dehydrated food, have a way to store water. This is what happens if the grid goes down and you're in a city. You'll still have water pressure for a while. Fill up your tub, fill up your sinks, fill up some buckets, have some water. Water's super important, food's super important, and mindset. So kind of just talking about like the basics of all the stuff, why you might want to be prepared, and some stuff you can do right now, even without spending a ton of money, to get yourself in a much more survivable mindset, but survivable gear and survivable your house, whatever. You'll be able to survive much better than if you didn't have these few things. So that's a video I really want to do. And it will open the door to doing some stuff. Yeah, survival position. It'll open the door to do some more stuff. And some of the stuff's gonna be kind of like fun and interesting or whatever like that. I do store some gasoline and I have some stable and stuff like that to keep it longer. But again, nothing too crazy, but I kind of want to get crazy. I kind of want to get a diesel truck and store diesel because diesel, you know, stays good. You know, get like a 50-gallon drum of diesel and store it because it stays for 10 years versus gasoline, which is like 6 months to a year or even less if it has more ethanol content. Anyways, I know a lot about prepping, but I'm not gonna be hardcore prepping. It's just gonna be intro stuff. So anyways, that's one video I want to do. Intro to prepping kind of stuff. And hopefully that doesn't ostracize too many of you, and hopefully you're not like, oh, you're crazy, I'm gonna unsubscribe to you. But I'll probably get some of that, but it's not gonna be too crazy. But I get a lot of people that ask me those kind of questions, like what can I do to be better prepared? Because I give off the vibe of preparedness. I talk about preparedness, and I don't think I do it in an obnoxious way, but I do it in a pretty practical way. So anyways, that's one video I wanna do. Which related, something going on right now is, it's kind of just more of a fun thing, but kind of related, is I'm doing 7 days of eating 3 meals of Mountain House a day. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm having a Mountain House meal in a bag. I'm 5 days in right now, so I'm 5 days of Mountain House meals for every meal. And I'm kind of sick of it right now, but anyway, I'm gonna do a video on that. Like, you know, whatever, Mountain House for a week or something. And that's just kind of like fun, interesting stuff. But Mountain House is one of those things that's a food item that relates to preparedness, that it relates to everything. So I'm not just eating Mountain House because I would shrink up and I would lose all my muscles. They're like 600 to 800 calories a day, which is around 2,000 calories a day. But I think I normally probably consume like 3,000 calories a day. I'm pretty active. I work out. I have muscle mass to maintain. I got a lot of fat to maintain as well. So I need more calories than that. So I'm not gonna gear it as like, it's not like a survival challenge or just like only Mountain House, but my main meals are gonna be Mountain House. I'm eating trail mix, I'm drinking some smoothies and stuff like that. So I'm not doing anything crazy. It's not anything that a normal person can't do. Granted, I am consuming a lot more sodium probably for this week than I normally would. But anyways, that's going on right now, 5 days in. So that's gonna be a video at some point, but it's gonna be later than my like preparedness video, which is why I kinda wanna do the preparedness video first. Okay, so preparedness video. Do you guys have thoughts? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're like, that is dumb, don't do that. Don't be shy, let me know. I'm gonna do it anyway, but I am curious. That's kind of why Patreon exists, so I can kind of run some ideas by you and get some feedback. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. And if you have specific questions that are kind of like base level stuff, definitely ask me, like shoot me an email, maybe comment on the Patreon post, stuff like that. Cause I'd be interested, cause I'm just gonna come at it from my voice and my opinions, but it'd be great to know some questions that you guys might have. So feedback from you guys, I always prioritize that, and it's always super important to me, and I always enjoy getting feedback. So any feedback on that would be awesome. In-depth video on my med gear. I don't know. I've done a couple medical videos in the past, and there's a lot of dumb people out there. And it's tough because everyone has an opinion. And it's hard for me. I shouldn't care about comments, and I shouldn't care about negative feedback, and I shouldn't care about dumb people that don't know what they're talking about, but I do. So medical videos are hard for me because it's the one subject that's like one of the most controversial subjects. Like people are, that tourniquet sucks, or I will never go anywhere without my tourniquet, or I'll never go anywhere with my tourniquet. And it's just like so weird. But I did film a medical video that you guys would probably like. It's kind of more of a baseline, like a lot of my videos, like a baseline medical video where we dive a little bit deep into certain aspects and I speak intelligently on some stuff. But I did a medical video, like a brief medical video with John Lovell from Warrior Poet. So that's filmed. I got it filmed. Haven't edited it. I haven't even looked at the content. But John and I sat down and we talked medical gear, and I show some of my kits, like very briefly, like my car kit, my backpack kit, and then he has an ankle kit. So that was some of the reason, because I was like, oh yeah, you're here. We should hang out. We should do a video. Let's do a medical video, and then we can talk about your ankle kit for a little bit. So anyways, I do have a medical video planned that's coming up, filmed already. So I'll do that at some point. Cool. So prepping video, shoot me a message, comment on this Patreon post, and I'll take that into consideration. The second video I want to do that I've been talking about doing for a long time and I just forgot to do it. So I did a video, I don't know how long ago it was, a month or 2 months back. Something about guns. Something about should you own a gun? That's what I did. Should you own a gun? I like his ankle kit. I'm not gonna wear an ankle kit. It's situationally I might. I'd be more inclined to just slap a tourniquet in my pocket or something like that situationally. I'm personally not gonna wear a medical kit, but that's just me. He has his medical kit because he doesn't carry a multi-tool, and he really wants to carry a multi-tool, but he doesn't carry it in his pocket for one reason or another. So the ankle kit is where he carries his multi-tool, which is good. I like carrying a multi-tool. I think you should carry a multi-tool, but he carries his medical kit. He carries a multi-tool in his medical kit, his ankle kit, and he carries a tourniquet and some other stuff. He has like escape and evasion stuff. We'll get into it in the video, but he has like lockpicks. He has all kinds of stuff that he can do on his channel because everyone likes him. If I did it on my channel, I get ripped apart. But anyways, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I would love to. I mean, you're obviously biased to Fords, but I've been thinking about, I think for me it's between like an F250 or 350. Like I want a diesel and I want a lot of payload. Like the Tacoma, even the Tundra, Raptor, 4Runner, everything has like 1,000 to 1,500 pounds of payload, essentially. And you quickly feel that like I'm beyond my payload right now. My payload capacity on my, sorry, this is what, if you're new to live videos, this is what happens. I read a comment and then we go off on some tangent, and it's just, it is what it is. Anyway, I would love, I don't know when, and I don't want to sell my Tacoma. I really like my Tacoma. Buying a new F250 or 350, they're so expensive. I don't know if I could do it, but like a used one, maybe. But anyways, I want a diesel. I do want a diesel. The prepper in me wants a diesel. I want to store a little bit of diesel. I want the payload capacity. I want to be able to throw 20 railroad ties in the bed of my truck. I want a truck. Like I have a truck, but I want a truck. So yeah, how do we get into that? I don't remember. Ankle kit, padding, Ford salesman. Yeah, I'd love to chat maybe at some point. Yeah, ankle kit. I don't wear it. If you wear it, awesome. Like more power to you. That's rad. High five. But I'm probably not ever gonna. And why guns don't do bad things, but bad people do, which is why we do what we do. Yeah, those videos are too easy to make, but they're too controversial. Honestly, they're a little too politicized, and I don't like it. It causes too much drama. Maybe one day, but probably not anytime soon. But yeah, it's very clear. The gun debate is very clear to me, but it's a very emotional thing. I think I'd rather steer clear from that anytime soon. Not that I don't support the Second Amendment. I'm, a life member of GOA and firearms policy, and I donate to local Rocky Mountain gun owners. I have a holster company. Like, I'm very pro Second Amendment, but like, I don't know that I want to make YouTube videos about it, honestly. But maybe. Sometimes I think about it, but sometimes I won't be that nice in it is the thing, because I have a hard time with people that are dumb. I have a hard time with dumb people. That sounds really bad. But anytime I've had conversations with like anti-gun people, it's really hard for me because it's very clear to me, like the argument is very clear to me but it's not clear to everyone. And I sometimes have a hard time with empathy, maybe, and like getting into the mindset of those people. And they're not bad people because they hate guns. They're not bad people because they think we need more gun control. I honestly think I honestly don't think all gun control is bad, and I hear the arguments now. So my view on the Second Amendment is very logical. It's very intelligent. It's very practical. So if I went deep into my thoughts on gun ownership, the Second Amendment, everything, I would both offend the hardcore FUD dud dummies that are like, guns everything. I would offend them with like logic, quite a bit of logic, but then I would offend people that hate guns too. So it's very tough for me. Like I could make a generic boilerplate pro Second Amendment gun video like every other gun channel has ever done and say the same rhetoric, which is lame and boring and old. Not that I don't agree with it, but like my take on it would be very different, and it would be too hard for people to understand, I think, because I'm torn on some stuff. Like obviously I don't want gun control, I don't want gun confiscation. Like Second Amendment is there to prevent tyrannical reign and all kinds of stuff. Like I understand all of that stuff, but I don't know. It's a super hard topic for me to make a video on without offending literally everyone. So probably I won't. But unrelated. Yeah, it will not infringe is the key, but at the same time, if somebody has mental health issues, I think there's problems. I think there's problems, which is why I'm not making the video, because I'll offend people. And it's super complicated. The problem is that both sides try to. Sorry, this is turning into a gun thing. If you have no interest in guns, I'm sorry, but it's a super complicated issue. Super complicated. Like, I'm a pretty smart guy. It's too complicated of an issue for me. It's way too complicated of an issue for black and white issues. It's way too complicated for shall not be infringed. It's way too complicated for all of that stuff. It's not a simple topic. It's not a solvable issue. Like, practically, it's not a solvable issue. Gun banning and confiscation won't solve it. Total freedom won't solve it. It's way more complicated than most people ever think. And I've talked to a lot of hardcore pro Second Amendment gun guys. I've talked to some intelligent ones as well, and even they can't grasp it. They're like stuck on shall not be infringed. What's not clear about that? Well, there's a ton that's not clear about that. And if I expressed my views and opinions, people that are so emotionally invested into pro-gun or anti-gun, they don't think logically, they think emotionally. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I am super pro-gun. I super understand the reason for the Second Amendment. I understand the reason for the American Revolution. I have a very good grasp of that stuff. Good enough to the point where I understand it's not a black and white issue. And people can only side with black and white issues when it comes to the internet. So I either have to make a video that's like, well, Second Amendment, tyranny, it's not about hunting, self-defense is a God-given right, like everybody else says, and that's cool, and like, you know, I don't not agree with most of that stuff. Or I gotta say, the NRA's murdering babies, and it's like, you gotta do one or the other. And my opinion on it is just, I can't even express it well live now, where I'm like not that scared to get judged and not that worried about the comments. But I don't know. It's such a tough subject. But a subject that's not as tough, but equally controversial, that I am gonna do a video on, is what should you get as your first gun? So this is like I don't care if people have a different opinion on this than me. It doesn't personally hurt me if you want a double barrel shotgun instead of a Glock. But I'm gonna make a video on what you should get as your first video, which is the follow-up video to a video I made like a month or two ago, finally getting back from this tangent we went on Yeah, I mean Glock 19 will probably be. I haven't even thought through the video. My videos are like this. When I make a video, it's just like this. I have a general idea of a concept that I want to talk about, and then I talk about it. I don't have bullet points. I don't have a script. I'm not reading off of something. I don't have an outline. So the video will just be me saying like, oh, what should people get in their first gun? And just me kind of thinking out loud, and I'll film it when I do it. That's why my videos are not that great sometimes, because I should do better. That's why I ramble. But it's gonna be a video on getting your first gun, and it's gonna cover all aspects of gun ownership into one video. Yeah, and I totally agree with that sentiment. That we whittle away, and I get shall not be infringed, and I get that everything, I get that the Second Amendment is already so infringed right now, the NFA and magazine capacity and concealed carry permits, even needing a concealed carry permit. Like, well, I get that we're fully infringed, and I get that the erosion of rights eventually, like all erosion, will just get out of control. I get it. Again, it's a complicated subject, super complicated subject. Super complicated subject. Okay, yeah, keyboard trolls. Anyways, guns. So guns, I'm gonna talk about, are you getting a gun for hunting? Are you getting a gun for self-defense? Are you getting a gun for concealed carry? Are you getting a gun that you are gonna lock up in a safe? Are you getting a gun all aspects of gun ownership, because there's a lot of people that don't know anything. I didn't know anything when I first got into guns. I wasn't raised on guns. My dad was in the Army. He wasn't anti-gun, but he wasn't like a gun guy. I think we had like a 22 and some pellet guns and stuff like that. But I did not have an upbringing where when I got old enough to buy a gun, I knew everything about guns. So as most people, and it was before like YouTube, and it was before Instagram, it was before like forums existed, and the internet was, a thing, but it wasn't like mature like it is now. Anyway, so you would go into a gun store and you ask the guy behind the desk about guns, and chances are he doesn't know anything. Some people do and some people don't. So anyways, I am going to make the video like somebody going into a gun. I mean, I'm not going to sit behind a gun counter, but it's going to be a video that's going to substitute somebody going into a gun store and asking about their first gun with information that pools from a giant pool of knowledge to go into my head and do the best I can do to put that into a video. So, buying your first gun. Whew. Okay, yeah. I feel like I'm talking more than I usually do on these live things. But yeah, I do. So I do. This whole like overland thing, this whole Tacoma thing, this whole kind of tangent of my channel, just like I can't even have a conversation without doing a channel. Like I can't even speak. Just like I can't have a conversation without doing a tangent. My channel is kind of a tangent, and like we talked about earlier, kind of all related to preparedness. But through that tangent, I now have a giant new audience of people, that have no idea about guns. So it's a great opportunity to educate them with a solid foundation of guns. That they're gonna get from me, rather than some gun store clerk that might have no idea what they're doing, or some cousin that doesn't know anything, All right, Kingpin, hope you have a good shift. Yeah, and it's the same deal. Like, I'll introduce some gun people to preparedness that they might not have, or I'll introduce some gun people to gear that they should keep in their truck to be prepared. I like it. I think it makes sense. Some people don't like it. Some people have a hard time with it. I get that my channel's called Last Line of Defense, and doing Tacoma gear videos kind of is weird, but it's what happened. It's what happened, and that's where we are. So, okay. So that's I think the second video I said I'm gonna make talking about that. Buying your first gun. And then the other video I'm gonna make, which I get, like you're just talking about, I have a lot of gun people, a lot of gear people, a lot of EDC people that are on my channel that don't know anything about overlanding or camping or anything like that. And I get questions all the time via comments and emails and whatever, saying like, I really wanna go overlanding. Can I do it in a 2-wheel drive car? I really want to go camping. Do I need to buy a truck? I really want to go camping. Do I really need the stove like this? I really want to go camping. What do I need? And I covered some of this in the budget overland video I did. Like, just kind of like, you can go with whatever you want. But I'm going to do a video, and I don't know what I'm going to call it. Intro to overlanding or something, just because that sounds cooler than like intro to car camping. And I'm going to do another like, hey, so you're interested in doing this other thing that is my hobby and that I'm kind of passionate about. So a lot of intro videos. These are the 3 intro videos. So intro to overlanding, we'll call it, for the sake of that. Yeah, car camping, essentially. It just doesn't sound as cool, you know. People don't want to click that as much as overlanding. So that's another video, and I'm gonna go into the same kind of deal where I cover like all aspects of it. Just like I'm gonna say, like, getting your first gun, it doesn't need to be a tricked out Agency Arms Glock 34 with RMR and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't need to be that. Just like getting into overland, you don't need a tricked out Tacoma or whatever, Defender or something like that. So yeah, intro to weekender landing really is what it is. Yeah, so I've been working with Vertex, working with them. Not really, I don't work with them. I'm not on their payroll or anything, but I know people over there in the product development team and stuff. I've been trying to get them to turn the Deltas into shorts for a long time. It's all I want. I'm probably, actually summer's almost over. So next year I'm probably gonna chop a pair of Deltas pants into shorts and get them, whatever, hemmed. Because I like the pocket layout. I want it in shorts. Vertex, it's not that hard to make the Delta stretches into shorts, and they'd be great. And I've told them, if you do that, you'll sell a ton of shorts because all your other shorts suck. I think that. I don't really like any of Vertex's shorts. So long answer to the question, the 511 shorts that I talked about, I forget, the Terrains or something, they're still my favorite shorts as of now. Tactical Distributors has a couple shorts that are okay, but honestly the 511s are probably my favorite. But if the Deltas were just in the shorts, they would be my favorite, for sure. I go back and forth with motorcycles. So I've owned a few motorcycles in my life. And I don't know, this is gonna offend people, but motorcycles are dangerous. I've had crotch rockets, I've had cafe racers, I've ridden on highways, I've ridden safely, I've ridden very defensively, I have good reaction times, I'm not doing stupid stuff. Well, sometimes I'm doing stupid stuff, but I've almost died many times on a motorcycle, many times, on a street motorcycle. I would probably die even more on a dirt bike, but motorcycles are super dangerous. They are. No getting around it. I could die in anything. I could die in a semi-truck, driving a bus, whatever, but motorcycles are dangerous. And I kind of had this conversation with my girlfriend a while back, because I don't have anything against motorcycles. I think they're cool. I had a lot of fun on motorcycles. But she was like, oh, you should get a motorcycle. I think they're really cool. And I foolishly shared my true thoughts of motorcycle ownership, and I was like, I would probably only have a motorcycle if like I didn't care about anybody in my life, like if I was good with dying, because I think that's how dangerous they are, honestly. And not because they're inherently dangerous, because I have been cut off so many times driving smartly, not doing anything crazy, cars pulling out in front of me. And fortunately, like the most times that I've been in the sketchiest situations was when I was on crotch rockets that could just break on a dime and accelerate out of anywhere. And if I didn't have great reactions, if I wasn't paying attention, if I wasn't like really in tune with driving defensively, I would be dead right now, probably a couple times. So I am intimately familiar with how dangerous it is to ride a motorcycle. And I think it's just a matter of time until somebody gets into a serious wreck. Anyway, so Ashley was like, you should get a motorcycle. And I was like, I wouldn't really get a motorcycle unless, probably I didn't, if I was comfortable with dying, whatever. I shouldn't have told her that, because like in the last couple months, I really wanted to get a motorcycle again. Like I have the itch. I always have the itch to get motorcycles again. Like I have a motorcycle, I'm like, these are dangerous, and then I sell it, and then like a year later, I'm like, I really want a motorcycle again. And then I get another motorcycle, and I'm like, oh man, I almost died again, I should sell this thing. So I really want a motorcycle. But then I told Ashley, like, blah, 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 I wouldn't get a motorcycle. And then recently I wanted to get a motorcycle, and I was talking to her about it, and she's like, you told me that if you got a motorcycle, you wouldn't care, and it would pull your die. And I was like, all right, yeah, I guess I won't get a motorcycle. And my mom and dad hate it. They might be watching this right now. My mom hates when I get a motorcycle. She always hates it. I think she might have cried the first time I got my first motorcycle. But yeah, love motorcycles, super dangerous. Maybe, I have a friend that wants to get into, he used to dirt bike a lot back in high school and college, and he's been trying to get me to get a dirt bike. So maybe I'll get a dirt bike. I don't know. I don't really have any interest in camping with a motorcycle. I have more interest, I really like car camping. I really like truck camping. So I have no real desire to go motorcycle camping. I think I either want to do truck camping to remote destinations, or maybe I want to do maybe I would get back into backpacking like I used to do, or maybe I want to get into bushcraft, right? So I have this weird thing. I have this weird affinity, a fixation, whatever you want to call it. I really like watching bushcraft videos. These weirdos from the UK or wherever they're from, they're just, out. And I don't like it because I'm like very tread lightly, leave no trace, all this kind of stuff. And bushcrafters are the worst, to just like chopping down trees and building teepees and leaving them up and doing all this stuff. Like, they're not very good at treading lightly and leaving no trace, honestly. But I like it. I like watching it. And I like doing it. And I'm like, oh man, that's a really nice axe. Or, ooh, that was a really nice feather stick you made. These like stupid, nerdy things that I shouldn't care about, but for whatever reason, something about the bushcraft world is like, that's fun. But I don't think I'll get into bushcraft videos just because it's so weird. I don't have the time for that kind of stuff. You gotta go spend like 2 days out in the woods chopping down random trees and stuff, so it's not something I'll really get into. But long-winded answer to will I get into motorcycle camping? Probably not. Probably not. See, this is a question I'm gonna answer in the upcoming video. I'll have a lot of people with full-size trucks that say like, do I need a 4Runner? Do I need a Wrangler? Do I need a Tacoma to go overlanding, to do this kind of stuff? Maybe, but probably not. It's all, everything you do is related to what you're doing, what you want to do. Can you take a full-size rig out on trips? Yeah, you could take a full-size rig out on trips. Could you take a full-size rig out on trails? Yeah, you could take a full-size rig out on trails. Can you take a full-size rig off-roading? Yeah, you could take a full-size rig off-roading. Can you take them everywhere though? No, you can't. So you gotta be realistic with where you wanna go and what you wanna do. I kind of want to get a full-size rig because there's so much more room and there's more power and you can carry more stuff. If you have a family or if you have multiple dogs or if you have all kinds of stuff, then full-size rigs make a lot of sense for some stuff. So if you're using your big truck and you need your big truck and you have no reason to sell your truck and get something else, then just use the truck you already have. Fully support that. Definitely good. And in some ways they're better if you have a lot of stuff to take. But some ways they're worse. So it all depends on what you're doing and what you want to do. So Tacoma's great for trails, but if you have a family, if you have a bunch of stuff, it's not that great. So, yeah. I keep a spare mag not in my glove box, but in my little side, basically like the map area of my car. Yeah, you got a whole car, mag's not that heavy. I think it's always good to have spare ammo. Yeah, Rune Mauld Bertman. I watched some of his stuff. It's a little too nerdy to me. He's walking around in like a Viking shirt and using handcrafted axes and stuff. Like, I don't care about this stuff, but I've watched several of his videos, actually. I really enjoy it. They're really peaceful, entertaining. I don't know. It's sort of relaxing for me. Watching the bushcraft videos are relaxing to me. Like, I'm not going to be that guy's friend ever. He's probably a great guy. Not really my style. I can more relate to guys like Joe Robinette. He's Canadian. He has a personality. He's likable. He's kind of funny. He's weird, kind of goofy like me. So like I'm more relate to like a guy like Joe Robinette. That Rune guy, beautiful videos, cool craftsmanship. It's great that he's a blacksmith and stuff, but like I don't connect with Rune, but I like connect with Joe. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. Only really makes sense if you know what we're talking about. But these are bushcraft guys that we're talking about in the comments. Oh, cool. Yeah, so long bed, 8-foot bed. That's kind of what I want. Like because I do a lot of stuff. Like I do stuff on my property. I do stuff on my house. It'd be great to throw a full-size sheet of plywood or drywall into the bed of my truck. I can't do that in my Tacoma, so I kind of want a long bed truck, but they're also so big. They're so big. The owner of Patriot Campers is a really cool guy. I met him and talked to him for a while at Overland Expo, and he wants to do something with me. He's like, "Oh, let's get you a trailer, blah blah, something like that." But his it's a little too crazy. His stuff is a little too crazy for me. Patriot Campers. I don't want to disconnect from reality too much, and I feel like somebody driving around in like a $50,000 trailer or something is just like, I can't connect with them. You guys probably can't connect with them. I don't know, but maybe. I've developed a lot of really cool, unique relationships, which provide me a lot of really cool, unique opportunities. But I get upset when people call me like trust fund baby and stuff like that, because I don't have a trust fund baby. My parents will laugh at this, but they're not poor. This isn't like a sob story, but I don't come from a rich family. My parents literally dumpster dove for stuff. For like, I don't think when I was born, but like right before I was born, they were literally dumpster diving. No dig on you guys if you're watching this, but I don't come from a rich family. And whenever I have nice stuff like my Tacoma and stuff, the immediate response for people, if they see somebody with money, like somebody that looks young like me, even though I'm 34 and people think I'm like 20, but if they see someone like me that has nice stuff, for some reason our society doesn't think, wow, that guy must work really hard, or wow, that guy must have like been really smart with his money, or wow, that guy must have like really planned his finances out and really budgeted some stuff. They don't ever think that. They think that like something was gifted to them, which is like something wrong with our culture, because I've worked hard. I work long hours. I work way harder and way longer than 98% of the country probably, and to be rewarded for that by being able to buy some nice stuff, I instantly get criticized for being like a trust fund baby or something like that. Anyway, again, a long-winded answer to the Patriot Camper thing, that if I have like a Patriot Camper, I think people will just be like, I don't know, they'll hate me because they think I'm like a young trust fund kid. Yeah. Any chance I can work with someone to design some range gear bags? I can. I have connections to design that kind of stuff. I've thought a lot about designing pouches and things like that, but there's a lot of really good stuff out there. So I don't like, when I started making holsters, so like my holster company started because there wasn't good stuff out there. And I designed I've talked about this in videos, in I think live streams. I don't think I've ever talked about it in public videos. But like I designed the first, to my knowledge, holster with a gun and a mag. I made that because I wanted it. There was a gap. I made a holster that didn't exist. And I want to do that with other stuff, but I'm like, there's pouches and there's bags that are really close to what I would design myself. So until I find like some areas that are really lacking in the space that I'm interested in, I don't know that I'll design stuff just to design stuff and make money. I really want to fill gaps, or I really want to make improvements. And I would love to make bigger improvements like that, like the holster I designed. But in a range bag, I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Could I make it better? Maybe, but maybe not. But yeah, it's all time. At any given time, there's 1,000 things vying for my attention, and I can't do them all. So would I like to design a range bag? Yeah, that'd be cool. Would I like to design a backpack? Yeah, I think so. Would I like to design a gun, truck parts, all kinds of stuff? Yeah. A whole car? Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff I'd love to, and I think about all the time. But but will I? I don't know. Maybe. Take it easy, John. Have a good night. How's the pen coming along? I don't know. I prototyped some stuff that was based around. I made some really cool prototypes actually. 3D printed them. Got some actual well, I got some crazy here. Got some prototypes made because I wanted to do the pen thing, but it was all based around. It was all foolishly maybe based around the Sharpie pen refills. You guys probably, if you've watched me for a long time, you know I'm a fan of the Sharpie pen. So I designed, prototype, my brother actually, my brother does my CAD work for me because I just haven't had the time to, like I know a little bit of CAD, but he spent some time learning it. So I talked to him about the design. He's who does the CAD for my holsters and whatever else I do. Uh-oh, my battery on my phone's about to die, so I'll need to find a charger or wrap it up. But I try to keep these things around an hour, and we'll wrap it up soon. Anyways, the pen, another long-winded answer to the pen. I had some prototypes I was getting pretty happy with. A lot of work went into them, and then Sharpie discontinued their pens. So they discontinued their pens, which killed my pen, which was based around the Sharpie pen refill, which is like the felt tip Sharpie pen marker. So all of this time and effort went into designing this pen that I can't use anymore because it was based around something that no longer exists. So the pen is dead. The pen is dead. Long answer to that, unfortunately. A little bit sad about that development, but yeah. So there's things like that where it's like I've invested time and effort and energy and money into a lot of stuff that never really comes to fruition, and that's probably just a personal problem. It's a personality defect or disorder that I have where sometimes I just can't completely follow through with ideas. So yeah, that's what's going on. Anyways, we got a giveaway to do, so I'm gonna do this giveaway. I have all the people in here. 1, 2, 332. So let me pull up this random number generator. What did I say? 332. 332. Tactical fountain pen. Yeah, there's a lot of pen. I mean, I could do it around a Fisher Space pen or something else, and I just don't like them. I just loved, like, it was one of those things, like, I love the Sharpie pen. I love the Sharpie pen refills. And when they canceled, it just kind of, like, crushed my dreams. Just crushed them. Just crushed them. And I never recovered from that. So, yeah. Sad, sad story. I know. Super sad. Super, super sad. Okay, I've clicked this generate button a bunch of times, so we're all randomly up in here. 1 to 332. Let me flip this around. All right, here we go. 1 to 332. 1, 2, 3. Click it. All right, we clicked it, and we got 97. Sorry, you weren't. You trust me. I don't think I was backed up enough. But anyways, we got 97 here. 97 is, oh, let me turn this away. We don't know how to show everything. 97 is Dane Wyatt. Dane Wyatt. Anyone? Dane Wyatt? Dane Wyatt here? Last week was so fun because the winner, for the first time ever, the winner of the giveaway was on the live stream. Dane Wyatt. Let me highlight you so I can email you later. Dane Wyatt. No? Not here? All right. Oh, well. We tried. We tried Dane. Dane's the winner. I'm giving away another Vertex bag. I think I have like 2 or 3 more. I'll probably give away another wallet. I have some Travax wallets, some other merch coming up. Oh, quick announcement. So congrats, Dane. Dane, I'll reach out to you if you don't watch this. Bummer that you're not on here, but they're usually not. There's 33 people on here. There's 300 some, so it's only a 10% chance of somebody being on here. Okay, so did I miss anything? Margarita kicking in. Yeah, maybe margarita's kicking in. Maybe that's why I'm rambling so much. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've had too much sodium intake. Maybe it's because I haven't eaten dinner yet. Oh, well. I need a new bag. That was 2 months ago, Mike. What was 2 months ago? Okay, so what was I saying? I was going to give, the announcement. So I have new hats coming. Multicam Arid and Multicam Tropic. So Arid is like the tan color. It's like all deserty, desert tan. And then Tropic is like forest. It's like more green. So it's multicam pattern, but more tan, that's the Arid. More green, that's the Tropic. I didn't get a ton made. I got a fair bit made. I don't know how many will sell. I never know whether stuff will sell out super fast or stuff won't. But it is at the embroiderer right now. He said he'll try and do it this weekend, so I'll probably have them in hand next week, probably towards the end of next week. I forget what I ordered. I ordered some Flex Fit for sure, and maybe that's all I ordered. I don't know if I got any of the truckers, but I think I got small, medium, and then large, extra large Flex Fit in both the colors. So those will be live. Like I do with all my new merch, I will offer that to you guys ahead of time, so that way if it does sell out super fast after I post it public, you guys will know ahead of time and you'll be able to get whatever it is you need. So Multicam Tropic and Arid hats coming next week. I'm not sure when I'll get them on the website, hopefully within a week of getting them back, making sure they all look good, but I'm getting them next week. So either the end of next week or probably the beginning of the following week, I will have new hats up on the website. I'll let you guys know when they're there. Oh, refrigerator repair. Yeah, I don't think I ever told you guys about that. Last month, I had to do the live downstairs because there's a guy right here repairing my refrigerator. He was here till like 9:45 p.m. or something. He got here at like 11 a.m. He was here for like almost, maybe like 10 hours. All day long. Mumbling to himself. And he fixed it. But then it re-broke that same night. After a 10-hour repair. So I moved Ashley moved most of it. We moved all our stuff from like the mini fridge and my like Dometic fridge and whatever into the big fridge. And we're like, yeah, we finally have a fridge again. This is so great. We've made it in life. We got a fridge. And then it died that night. Died again. The guy like installed a pipe that had a leak in it or something. So I had to schedule another repair guy to come out. The next one only took like an hour, and it's been working since then. So that was going on. But yes, you're right. The live giveaway was 2 months ago that he was on. Last month, I did the random thing, and I gave him the Vertex Transit Sling. So the Transit Sling is gone. So I'll need to look at my packs and see what's left. But I will let Dane Wyatt know about that. Yes. Whew. Oh, so the brand is an LG fridge. Unfortunately, the guys that were repairing them were Ukrainian or Russian, one of those, I think. And they told me, even though I'm Korean, and I don't like to repeat this, just a heads up for you, they said they're repairing Samsung and LG fridges more than most. They're like, those Korean, I don't think he knew I was Korean. She's like, those Koreans can make a really good phone, but they don't make a very good refrigerator. That's what he told me. And I was just like, anyway, my refrigerator is an LG. He said the US companies typically make a fridge that seems to last longer. He said the compressors on the LGs and the Samsungs go out more often. So if you're in the market for a new fridge, probably buy an American-made one. I'm an American, so that's fine. But I was bummed to hear that the Korean fridges don't do very well, apparently. So now I know. I never would have guessed because the Koreans are usually really good at making things. Like a lot of stuff they make's really good, but apparently they do not have the fridge compressor tech sorted out yet. The legal salad. I hope that was a good time. Okay, guys, I'm roasted. I need to eat my Mountain House meal. I gotta pick it out. I'm on day 5. I got 2 more days left. All I want is like a nice Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich. So I'll get one of those. I'll get one of those soon. Okay, well, it's confirmed. Samsung and LG seem to go bad, so if you're in the market, maybe steer clear from them. But mine was under warranty, so it was a free repair, but it did put me out of a fridge for multiple weeks, which, as sad as it sounds, is a huge inconvenience to not have a big fridge freezer where you can put all your stuff. All right, guys, sorry for the weird one. I'm in a weird funk tonight, maybe. But I hope it was fun. I had fun rambling. Hope it was a good time for you guys. So some videos coming up. First fridges to avoid. Yeah, I don't think I can make that video with some serious lashback. But yeah, again, if you have any thoughts on like prepper video or first gun video or intro to overlanding video, you got questions for me, ask them so I know, and then I can cover them in the video. As always, patrons, you do get a discount on holsters or any other gear, so if you don't know that discount code, there's not really an easy place for me to put it. Shoot me a message. I'll let you know the code, and that'll save you 10% off or 5% off, respectively, depending on your Patreon tier level. I'll give you a code. So if you ever want to buy a holster, if you want to do anything like that, contact me beforehand so I can give you the coupon code. New merch coming soon. Lots of fun videos coming up. Hopefully I'll be able to run and walk soon again. Hopefully our dogs... Oh, he's gone. I don't know where he is. Hopefully our dogs don't kill each other this week. Lots of fun stuff coming up. Life is good. Hope life is good for you guys. Thanks for joining me on this live video. Always a good time. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Did I miss any questions? I think we're good. Thanks for joining me. My battery's at 5%. 5% now, so I gotta end it anyway. We're gonna get cut off. So, see you next month. Oh, also, if you're in Denver, stay tuned. Saturday the 17th, the evening, if you want to hang out, make that night free. We'll hang out. And yes. Oh, some upcoming stuff later. I might go to SEMA. I don't know. Maybe. If you're planning on going to SEMA, maybe I'll be there. Probably go to SHOT Show. I'm going to try and really carve out the time to go to the NRA show again, because that's like a public show and it's where I meet a lot of people. Probably go to Overland Expo. So those are kind of the things coming up. Okay. All right. I got to go. For real. Before this dies. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the support on Patreon. You guys rock. You're the best. And we'll chat later. All right.